gimmicks, setups, techs, and everything cool. It's time to level up. Lovely with Razor.
Hello guys, Smooth Razor once again. Today I'll be talking about frame trapping and jailing with fujin. First, before we get into this, I'll give you a brief introduction to what this concept is all about for those that aren't aware of what jailing is all about. So now, jailing is all about doing a move and frame trapping your opponents so that they are not going to be able to move and they have to respect you. So now, down one is 15 frames on hits, meaning that if I go for any move 14 and below, because I have 15 frames to move before them, any move below 15 frames is going to be a jail and they have to hold that. That's if I execute this properly. And the move must not be lower than 15 frames to jail, but make sure it's a high at that point. Do not do, if you are plus 15, do not do a high that is 16 because or 17, you can get poked out of that. But if you go for a mid, it can still be a jail. Why? Because now there's 15, right? So let's try the back two. Back two is 18 frames and it says 15 with 3 frames, meaning that the opponent has just 3 frames to move. And in this game, 3 frames, no poke comes out in 3 frames, so they are going to have to respect the back two after the down one. So even though the move exceeds the amount of plus frames you have, as long as it's a mid and you have to calculate it the way I did, make sure that they don't have up to 6-7 frames, because then maybe they can squeeze out a poke out. So now that you understand the concept, I'll show you a quick example of a move higher than 15 frames that's jailed off the down one. Now down one back two, the opponent has just 3 frames to move. So let me show you what I mean. I'm going to record fujin doing that on me. As you can see now, I tried mashing out. You can see my input to noob sideboard, it was absorbed. Let's try jumping backwards. No way. Forwards. No way. So in 3 frames, I saw that I could squeeze out a little upward jump. But that isn't going to get me anywhere still. So if you're a fujin, you could always do this and get them in the corner if you really need side switch badly. So this is just an example. Now you understand the concept of jailing. Now we're going to get into the buttons and strings of fujin. We're going to talk about the first jailing option I'm going to teach you guys today with fujin, which is jailing off down one. And now down one is plus 15 on hit. So how I'm going to do this, I'll talk about the most important jailing options and other options that jail too, but aren't really important or useful, maybe used once in a while. So now first here, down one is plus 15. One of the most important jailing options of down one is the standing one. It comes out in 7 frames. Why is this so important? It leads into fujin meterless combo. As you can see, it's a meterless launcher. Also, this is -7 on -4 on block. 1-1 is -4 on block. 1-2 is -4 on block. So as you can see, it leads into great stagger pressure on block and great meterless damage on hit. And why this is also good, which we're going to get into later. 1-2 is another jailing option because it's plus 13, but we'll get into that. So standing one is your number one go-to jailing option with fujin, stagger pressure, meterless launcher. The next one I have here is fujin's back one, a 13 frame mid. This is the next jailing option of your 15 frame. It's why this is so important, that even though you're slow to jail, because it's a mid, it's mostly likely going to eat up the pokes. And once again, it leads into great it leads into fujin's damage. That's just a vague example, just showing you guys some random examples. It leads into great damage. Also back 1-1, you could stagger to really minus on block. You could also use it as an escape too if the block you get out of there. So that's all that. Great damage, good stagger pressure, and so on. That's why that's INC mid. So that's one of the next. That's the next good jailing tool of the down one. The third one I have here is fujin standing 4. Standing 4 is also an amazing jailing tool for fujin because it also leads into fujin's meterless damage, as you can see. And on block, it's a good stagger tool. As you can see, if I had landed a down one on hits, this is just -4. and you can see how it pushes me back, meaning that you could always they could always whiff a poke trying to clip you, and you just get them with a forward 3. Also, you could probably go in like that, get the standing 1, or this is -6. So the full string is also +5, +6 while standing, +5 if they're crouching, although it has a gap. The standing 4 is good once again. Meterless launcher, good stagger to probably an escape 2, also has cancels off it and stuff like that. Now the next button we have here, I have on my list that I should jail into is Fujin's forward 3. Yeah, +15, and this is 16 frame. If you watch the introduction, you understand why that jails. So now, why this is also nice is that this is a very slow, like the active frames on this move is long, so you have all day to hit confirm off. You could get good meterless damage like this, something like this. Or you could go into a combo like this. Also there are some meterless combos you could go into. Let me see if I can get one to show you guys. Sorry. Oh, nice, I got it right there. So forward 3, okay, stagger 2, you can use it as a runaway. It could lead into meterless damage, as you can see, although I have to practice this combo a lot more. I never really do it, but it's a nice meterless damage, and leads into good meter damage as well. And because you can delay it, you have all day to hit confirm. Now move on to the next jailing option here, which is the forward 4. The forward 4 comes out in 16 frame, but because it's a mid, I can also jail it off the 15 frame poke. Now this isn't really used, but why this is good, it's not really just on hits. On block, the frame data on this is let's see, we have -3, right? So if you land it down when doing -3, you could go into grab for the slower opponents, or if they think they have fast reactions and they want to check you, you do this, get out there, you clip them with this, or you can do this, you clip them with this, or you can complete the string. And when you complete the string a few times, you could then do the low. If they're waiting for the overhead, you get the grab once again, so you get the gist of that. So now I'm going to move on to the final important jailing tool. It's going to be the back 4, the sweep. And now why do I have sweep here? The sweep comes out in 13 frames, so it's going to jail off your 15 frame advantage. So the sweep on hits, as you can see, +20, and now you can pressure them, although this MK11, so you have to be careful. Maybe meet with a down 1, get a sweep, or you get out there and get into back 2 range if you want, or you could do that and get into forward 3 range. They're trying to move around while waking up. And why this is on block is where the sweep really shines. If you get a down 1, the sweep is -6, and as you can see, it basically resets the neutral almost, because -6 from this range. I've noticed some characters do struggle, although Noob Cybot has an amazing down 3, so maybe he could clip you. I'm not really sure of that. So -6, you can get out there. If you feel they're going to try approach, maybe you can just sweep into a 1-1 up 4, sweep into a 4-2 to clip their approaches, or you could sweep into a down 4, or you could like sweep, you backdash forward 3, stuff like that. A lot of good stuff. The sweep is really underrated for Fujin. It's a very good tool for him. Now we're going to move on to the next poke, which is down 3 on the down 4. I'll try to make those faster. 3 down 3 is +13 on hits, so you have 2 less frame advantage frames from the previous button, which was the down 1, but this has a better range than down 1, and it's a low. So the first jailing option, once again, which I'm not going to talk much about because we talked about it when we talked about options to jail out the down 1. The first one I have here is the standing 1. If you do a down 3, just make sure you aren't out of range. You can jail into the standing 1, 7 frame, meterless launcher, or meter depending on the combo you're doing. Also the back 3 is a jailing option, which we talked about in the previous one, so you know how that goes. Another jailing option of the down 3 is the standing 4 again. So the standing 4. Then here we also have the 4-3 as a good jailing option. The back 3, the back 4 as well also jails off the down 3. The forward 4 also jails off the down 3 as well. I hope I'm not missing anything. So that is that for that. Now we're gonna move on to the next button, which is going to be the down 4. Now we're going to talk about the down 4. As you know, Fujin's down 4 is really nice right now because it gives you a whole 18 frames to work with. And I'm sure you've been seeing the list up that shows the other lesser jailing options, which are also the back 2 and the forward 2. That was for down 1. But yeah, those can come in handy more because down 4 sends them back. So now we'll talk about the jailing options. Down 4 is plus 18 on heat, meaning if you get to down 4, you could also jail a standing 1 where you have to dash up real quick, then do the standing 1. We all know it leads into stagger and meterless combo. It also jails, if you do down 4, it also jails into the back 1. Depending on the range, you might not need to dash to get that out. You just go straight into your back 1, as you can see. It jails into standing 4 as well. You do a quick dash up into the standing 4. It jails into his forward 3. You do not need to dash, just go straight into forward 3. This is one of the pokes where forward 3 is very important because you just go straight into it without dashing. It jails into his sweep as well. You do a little dash up into the sweep. It jails into forward 4. Depending on the range, you just can go straight into the forward 4. Now the lesser jailing options that we saw during the down 1, it's a bit more important of the down 4 because they are at a range where both forward 3 jails, back 2 jails, because you have plus 18. This starts up in 18 frames and it's a mid, so it's gonna jail. And this is 20 frames, only 2 frames above 18, and it's a mid, so it's gonna jail. So if you land a down 4 on hits, you could always do something like this if you want to switch sides and you know the opponent is going to try pressing, to do stuff like this. Also, depending on your execution, you could get a side a side switch like this. Oh my god, sorry, let's see. You could also get a combo, I think. Oh, why did I drop that? As you see, just because they try mashing. So those are the jailing options that are very nice off of this. There are also lesser jailing options, of course, but aren't really important. Now I'm going to show you that it actually jails into these things real quick. I'm going to go to the side button and record it for you to see. First, I talked about the down one, right? I'm standing one, right? So let's try poking. As you can see, nothing could come out. I couldn't even get my jumps out. Now back one, sorry, the back one. Let's try jumping. As you can see, it is the jump, it is the poke. Standing 4. Let's try. As you can see, it is everything up. It is the poke, sorry, it is my pokes as well. Let's try 4-3. It is the poke as well. It is the jump. Now I'll try the back 2 and 4-2. Let's see. Let's try poking out of 4-2. No, can I get a jump? No. As you can see, it jails well into 4-2 as well. Then the back 2, I couldn't get a jump. I couldn't get a poke. So if you land the down 4, you feel the opponent is gonna jump. You want to side switch or something. This is always an option for you. You get your damage. And I didn't talk about jailing pokes in the corner, because if you can jail it in the mid screen, it works just fine in the corner. That's down 1 still goes into these options easily, and down 3 still goes into the options easily. The same with down 4. The only good thing about down 4 in the corner, you do not need to do a dash, and it's a whole plus 18, so you have a lot of frames to work with. And please remember that even though I do not talk about them in the video, you can always jail a poke into another poke if you just want to get 2 pokes out, but that isn't always the best. Maybe do it once in a while, because when you get a poke, you always want to like cash out into better damage. What? So I hope this video was helpful to you, and I'll see you on the next one.
Loving with Razor.